Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first visit to the channel, I hope that you enjoy this video and I can earn your subscription today. If you're really tired of your rune inventory always filling up, or you're not quite sure what stats you want to keep on what runes, this is the video for you. We have a lot to do today. Let's get started. And we're going to start off with a question. Has this ever happened to you? Trial of Ascension Hard, we just finished level 84. So I noticed my notification is glowing that my rune farming is done. So we're going to go see if I got any good runes. Here, what? I always try to be really efficient whenever I'm playing this game so that I have some chance of getting ahead a little bit over the competition. And once again, I have run out of space and we are just going to have to clean house because I'm tired of running out of space. I've gotten pretty picky on runes, so I don't really keep very many runes anymore, but it just keeps filling up and I'm tired of it. So this episode, we are going to get rid of some garbage. And then at the very end, we're going to see if we can maybe improve some of the speed of our units. Okay, so today we are on the Japan server on my IAmSpeed 808 account. Short little note, I actually did this entire video on my Dean Summon account on global, and then something happened to the video file where it was corrupted and the sound was awful. So I am redoing the whole process here on the Japan server. So we're looking at runes here. We're at 998, and our goal is to get to a minimum of 700. If we can get below that, that's even better. So the first trick is to do all runes, all properties, all sub-properties, and click off 1, 3, and 5. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to HP flat. And slots 2, 4, and 6, flat stats are pretty much garbage. Unless you've got a legend that has a speed sub and you want to try to roll it for speed. That's pretty much the only time I even look at. So these are not legend. So I immediately sell. And then we go to attack flat. We've got a few here. I don't even bother looking. There's really no point. And then I go to defense flat, and there's a few here. So right away, we're down to 887. That's not very much progress, but at least it's a start. And then what I do is I go back. And whenever I do this process on my accounts, I pretty much follow the same procedure each time to try to make it faster. I go to all runes again, and then what I do is I do HP flat and then attack flat. And I'm looking for runes that just have 2 flat stats that are pretty much garbage. This is speed, but it has 15% crit rate, which sometimes is useful. So I've already built Trikaru, and this rune is not going to help me any for Trikaru. So we're going to sell that. Accuracy without speed, that's not worth keeping. Hit point with 9 speed. And it could roll a little more into speed, so we're going to leave that one alone. This one's attack with 17% crit rate and some speed and flat attack. Probably leave that one alone. Okay, so then we're going to look at HP flat and defense flat. This is garbage. Also garbage. Also garbage. So that's the end of those. And then we just do attack flat and defense flat. Speed. It is a legend, so I'm gonna, and it's got a sub. It's got an innate. this has 20 speed, so there's no way we're getting rid of that. I should put that on somebody. It's a pretty good speed stat. This has an innate. Not that I would ever really want to re-app a slot 5, but it has a nice innate. If that rolls into HP and defense, that could be a broken rune, broken set. And that's garbage. So by doing that, we're down to 881, so we haven't made a ton of progress. So there's basically the ally stats rune sets, which give not only the unit that has them some stats, but also gives all allies stats as well. And those are fight, determination, enhance, accuracy, and tolerance. And everything else is for just the unit that gets it. So I generally don't keep a lot of the ally stats ones unless they're 6-star legendary, especially on my Japan server account. The runes are fairly good on this account, so I don't need to be messing with anything pretty much below a 6-star hero. So fight runes, there's no speed, and generally for these ally stats ones, you don't really need offensive stats. Crit rate, crit damage. Attack percent can sometimes help a healer, so we're going to get rid of that one. This has 15 speed, 21 speed, that's nice. And that was a good rune earlier in the game, but it's not really needed now. 9 speed is not enough. I can get HP someplace else. No speed there. Generally on fight runes, you're looking for speed, HP, defense, and resistance. So this is a good one, or accuracy. So that's a decent rune. That doesn't have speed, so we're going to get rid of that. Now, you might keep some junk fight runes for your R5 teams. So I've not built my BJR5 team yet, so I'm not going to go through and sell off a ton of fight runes right now. I'm just looking for things that are just obviously garbage. And some of those are close, but we're going to leave those alone for now. We go to tolerance. So sometimes when I'm farming, I'll be busy. I won't have time to look at the runes that I've gotten, or occasionally I'll fall asleep and won't look at the runes until the game has reloaded, so I won't notice that I didn't look at those runes. So that's where a lot of these are probably coming from. So we're immediately going to get rid of any 5 stars. That's not worth keeping. So there's some there. Actually not a horrible rune, although don't need a crit rate rune for most support monsters. Could actually be an interesting rune. Let's see what that looks like. There's another one with speed. 3 nice runes with speed. Let's see if any of those turn out into anything good. So that's it for tolerance. We go into the next one. We look at accuracy. Speed. It's actually a pretty good rune. I need to remember to... This one completely avoided speed, and I don't really need a roll into crit damage, so that's gone. Let's see how that rolls. That's a 5-star. We don't need that. There's that 20 speed one we were looking at earlier. So enhance. This is ally hit points. So crit damage and no speed. That's not really worth keeping around. That's just garbage. I don't need crit damage. No speed there. And crit rate, which There are a couple of monsters that if you're using ally runes, crit rate would benefit them, but it's not many. Determination. I'm going to just leave determination alone. So determination is for increasing, the main use of determination runes is to increase your defense on your Tricaro team. I've already done that, but I will eventually try to continue to improve the runes on my Tricaro team to increase the damage output. And what I'm looking for on determination runes is you want a minimum of 1 roll into defense, ideally 2 or 3, and then you want other attack damage stats, attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, to slowly increase the damage from your Tricaro team. This rune I was only keeping to see if I could get a double or triple roll into defense, and then another roll into crit rate. It rolled HP, so that's gone. And let's see how those other runes did. 1 roll into speed. It's probably worth keeping around for a bit. Double roll into accuracy. That's not worth it. Completely avoided. So this is an attack percent rune with no other good stats and no speed now, so that's gone. That completely avoided speed, and really it needed to go into speed. That 20% defense is not very helpful if the unit gets defense broken, so that's not really worth keeping around. So that's it for the ally rune sets. Now I need to start looking at what do I have in my other rune sets, and where do I just have way more runes than I should. Nemesis is useful for some healers, but I really shouldn't be keeping 58 extra Nemesis runes. So that's the first thing that stands out to me. Oh, well, and there's one of the reasons. I must have been farming somewhere that gave Nemesis runes. So get rid of those. And then for Nemesis runes, you're looking for generally speed, HP, maybe some accuracy, maybe some resistance. They're generally put on healer units that need to take a turn if they get hit. So this is a blue runes I generally don't keep anymore. And there's no speed, so that's gone. No speed there either. That's gone. Speed is very important in Nemesis. Crit damage not so much, so that, and HP is in the innate. That's not very helpful. 16 speed there. So this completely avoided speed, but all 4 of those are healer type stats, so keep that for now. 11 speed there, 16 speed. You will occasionally have an attack unit on Nemesis to give them more turns. And those have all really nice attack stats, so we'll leave that alone. That rolled into crit damage, so that's okay. I don't know about that one. 23 speed. We'll have to use that on somebody. It's a nice speed stat. So this is a legendary, but HP percent is in the innate, which is horrible. And there's no other good stats here. No speed. So I'm not going to re-up a slot 3. All those stats mix well, but I'm not going to waste mana on that right now. 9 speed, 8 speed. Those aren't very good. But I don't have a ton of legendary Nemesis, so I'm not willing to part with those too much right now. 14 speed. Let's see if that rolls more speed. That would be nice. No speed here. Stats don't make a lot of sense here at all. I don't even know why I leveled that up. So we get rid of that one. You really want speed on that, but 27% defense, that might be worth keeping around. It's actually a pretty nice crit damage. It's got crit rate, attack, attack flat, accuracy, speed innate. Keep that around for a bit. That's garbage. Also garbage. Speed and HP. Yeah. There's some speed there. Let's roll some of these. That already rolled speed. Can it roll again? No speed. That we're not gonna. We have other options here already. And that's not a bad. It sucks that it didn't roll speed, but some decent stats there. Let's see if this rolls at speed at all. This avoided speed completely. This is really not a good rune. Go one more just to see if it rolls speed. This also avoided speed. We have two other legendaries, but none of them. Hey, that one rolled speed. That's nice. 16 speed. Okay, here, defense percent, it rolled speed, so let's see if that continues. Completely avoided speed, but a high attack percent could help out like a Fran who needs a lot of HP but heals based off attack, so that could be good. It's not great that it avoided speed, but 30% attack, nothing to sneeze at. 27% accuracy there, 13 speed there, and it avoided defense flat, so you could gem in crit rate if you don't get crit rate on the last stat. Not a bad rune there. I need to look at maybe getting some of these runes put on some monsters, because I actually de-runed quite a bit of the monsters. Hey, there's a 20 speed. That's a nice rune. Crit rate and crit damage aren't great, but let's see how these rolled. Well, so it rolled into HP percent, which helps. Rolled into speed. Let's see if that rolls into speed again. That rolled into crit rate. That's not very good. HP percent and speed. Let's take that up. See what we get. So that rolled into speed again, and then crit damage. It's not the greatest rune. It's got 16 speed on it. Might find a use for it later. 24% defense is just not exciting. That's another speed, but it also rolled into defense flat, which is not great. But 11 speed, we'll keep it for now. Not really chasing speed with 11 speed, though. Okay, so those were the Nemesis runes. We cut that number down. Let's see where we're at right now. So we're down to 843 runes. We got to be more picky, I think. 10 speed's not going to help me anywhere. Most of my monsters now have pretty much 10 or higher speed. Like 10, 11, 12, 13 speed's very common on my units. So if we're not getting if we're not getting at least 14, 15, 16, we're probably not looking at anything that's going to be used. So cut out a little bit. Now so that's brought that down to 39. We have 100 Swift runes, but we'll save those for last. Swift is where we're going to be really chasing speed. We don't need 48 guard runes, that's for sure. No speed there. So guard runes are basically for defense-based tanks or defense nukers, and then for Trikaru. My Trikaru is already pretty good. So I'm going to be looking for runes that have, so speed, attack percent, and accuracy all help Trikaru if that's going to be an upgrade. So same with accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. That helped us get rid of some guard runes. And now we're at 833 runes. So one other thing you could check is you do all, and then you could change to grade and just see if you have any runes sitting out there that are not 6 stars. That's 19 speed on a Swift. I'm not going to remove that one. So that's not worth keeping. That's not worth keeping. I'm really trying to limit my amount. That is 17 speed. That has 15% crit rate. So we'll get rid of those. And occasionally I get runes I just don't realize I got 5-star. That's not a good vamp rune. Speed and 8 there, that's no good. It's Swift. 15 speed with really no other stats. I've got better runes than that in energy. And I should probably roll those. Those are garbage. Let's roll both of these up. If those don't roll speed, they're gone. Ooh, a lot of blue here. We need to get rid of that. That's no good. No. Check that to see if it rolls speed. Crit rate there. Speed or crit rate. Speed. Okay. So sell those. So good. We'll revisit some of these runes when we get to the actual rune set. But that, just going through there by doing it by grade, helped to get us down to 816. So we're getting there. Now we're going to look at what other runes do we have that we just have way too many. So destroy, I don't have a lot of. So destroy is really good for bruiser type units. So I do use destroy fairly frequently. But if it doesn't have stats, it's going to help a bruiser unit. So we can see here, yeah, attack and crit rate, but speed is nowhere to be found on a lot of these. We really do need speed, even on our destroy runes. You can see how that one rolls. See how that one rolls. So this only has one roll into crit rate. I mean, accuracy is nice. Sometimes you do need some accuracy. Let's see how some of these rolled. Nemesis. So it avoided defense flat. So we can gem that out for something. So probably keep that around. It rolled into HP percent. It's not going to help. Defense flat. And a low, max roll into attack, but it rolled into defense flat, so that's gone. That rolled double speed max rolls, so that sticks around. That's for sure. And then the other end of the spectrum, double roll into flat HP. So that's out of there. Low roll into defense. And mid roll into crit rate. Maybe for Trikaru. I don't know. If I ever can do an actual true crit damage Ikaru once my defense tower is maxed, that might be an okay rune. So keep that around. Double crit damage. That's what you want on a crit rate rune. This rolled into nothing. Looks like double attack. And that needed to be speed. So that's gone. This also needed to be speed. It didn't. Needed to be speed. Well, CompToUs is making my job easy for me. It's not giving me any speed rolls, so these are all cells. One roll into... this was 9% crit rate. So it's double roll into crit rate and max roll into speed. So we'll keep that one around. Resistance and defense, no. Completely avoided speed, so that's not worth keeping. Resistance and crit damage and defense. Probably not. One roll, max roll, and a crit rate, and then we got a flat HP roll. Keep it for now. That's not a great rune. Alright, so now we're down to 802 runes, so we're making progress. So Destroy's done. So the runes I keep the most are Swift, Blade, Violent, Rage, Will. Those are the ones I'm saving for last. Where else can we get some runes out of the way? We don't need 43 shield runes, that's for sure. Get rid of... Blue runes just don't help me much anymore. So shield runes, you're looking for speed, HP percent. You occasionally need crit rate or crit damage, but it's not often. But you can see... now if that rolled into HP flat, if that had rolled into HP percent, it would have been worth going to +9. Okay. 17 speed there. That avoided speed, but if it could roll into speed, 17, 15, a 9. But let's give it one more chance. Give this one more chance. This avoided speed. I 15 speed. It's debatable if that's worth keeping. Stats don't make a whole lot of sense, and there's no speed. That completely avoided speed, and it's a low roll into speed. No speed there with a crit rate innate. That doesn't make any sense. Now both of those have innates. It's a nice crit rate stat. I think that's about it for shield. So now we'll go see how those runes rolled. That avoided speed, it went into attack percent and crit rate, and it was already a low crit rate. So 18 speed went into attack percent. It's not a horrible rune. It's got 18 speed on it. Another accuracy roll. I don't know about that one. That rolled into HP percent. If that had rolled into speed, I would have kept it. Could have been a good rune, but it's not. So basically, ideally, you would have wanted speed and defense percent on this particular rune, and it rolled only once into speed. All right, so we're down to 792. We're getting there. Shield's done. I don't think we need 51 focus runes, so we're going to try to thin this out a bit. Level some of these up. 20 speed there, that's nice. This one's not looking as good. No speed. Stats are kind of mixed. I believe this is a that is a legend. It's got a max resistance innate. We might keep that around. All those look okay. We're gonna says it's not the best rune. Do I really? No, I don't want to keep blue runes unless, even though that one was decently efficient. Okay, let's see how we're rolling. Speed and crit rate and attack, those synergize well, so we're going to leave that one alone. Another roll into HP flat. We got plenty of legends there. We can just get rid of one of them. This rolled into crit damage again. That's actually a pretty nice rune. Keep that one around. Defense flat, of course. That could maybe be used on a Fran or someone else that needs attack for healing. That's not good. That rolled twice in the crit rate. So 11, so a max and a mid. It's a good rune. Keep that one around. That rolled into speed, so now we see if it rolls into speed again. That avoided speed, so that one's gone. Only a minimum roll into speed, so that one's gone. One roll into each stat. And the stats don't synergize that well. But it's got an 8 accuracy innate. There's another roll into speed, so 19. Not the best substats to go with it, but that rolled into attack percent, so now we can see if we can get a triple attack roll there. That also rolled into speed. Speed and attack, though. It's not a double roll into speed. Should have sold that one. That's a sell. Min roll into defense and a minimum roll into speed. It's not worth keeping. Speed and defense. Speed and crit rate. Not getting the best rolls here. Okay, this rolled again, but minimum roll into crit rate. So it's got 18% crit rate. And that's a triple roll. Triple roll should be 24 on a hero rune. It's not very efficient, but 18% crit rate is nothing to sneeze at. Rolled into speed again. Try to keep that around. That's a split and only a mid roll, so that's gone. That did actually roll triple into attack percent. So if you don't get crit rate on the 4th stat, then you gem in crit rate over the HP flat, and that's a reasonable rune. In fact, let's go ahead and that could be a nice fat attack percent rune, so let's see where that goes. So we're down to 795 runes, but we have some runes that we're farming right now. We're gonna get rid of all of these, it looks like, yep. So we're now down to 783 runes. We still have a ways to go. Let's go see how that focus rune looked out. So HP percent. It's actually not a bad rune. You gem in either speed or crit rate over that HP flat, and then you've got a triple grindable rune. That's a nice rune. I'm gonna have to find a use for that somewhere. All right. So focus is done. We're down to 40 there. Probably don't need 73 blade runes. So blade runes are next. 16% crit rate there. Basically, we're going to roll some of these and see where they end up. I have more mana than usual right now, so we're just gonna roll a bunch of them to 9. See who hits crit rate. So that's 11% crit rate, 6%. It's got 13 speed though. 12% crit rate, but only 4 speed, but it's got an 8 attack percent. Keep that around for a little while. That doesn't even have crit rate, and I'm assuming we've got some runes that have. Yeah, see, these are all legendary. I've actually done a decent amount of giants farming on here, There's no reason to keep a blade rune that does not have an innate and does not have crit rate. We'll roll it for speed just to see if we get speed, but unlikely. Unlikely we're keeping that rune. So that rolled crit rate, speed, HP. It's actually not a bad rune. There's no speed there, but the attack stats are nice. This is kind of a mess of a rune. Could be 29% speed with a grind, or 29% attack percent with a grind. And then you could gem in crit rate or speed. So I might keep that around. That's garbage, so get rid of that one. It had a nice innate. It's a bad innate. Although you could gem in speed over the resistance, and then you got a nice attacker rune. So there's fat crit damage there. Nice fat speed there. Okay, so this is rolled up 9 with a low roll into speed, only 1 roll into crit rate. I've got better runes than that. 15, 17. This does not have crit rate. It really is, that's not a good rune for a blade rune, so we're going to get rid of that one. We've got room 20 crit rate. I'm sorry, 10 crit rate, but 20 speed. 22% crit rate. So we got a really nice set of crit rates there on slot 3. Crit damage, this basically needs to roll at least twice in the crit rate. This doesn't even have crit rate, but if it rolls into speed again, so if you get enough crit rate on your other slots, sometimes crit damage doesn't need as much, and you can chase speed on slot 4. This one's not looking good. Low roll into speed, low roll into accuracy, and a roll into attack flat. If that doesn't, although it is a legendary, so I might keep it around, but 23 speed on a crit rate, 11 speed there. This is crit rate innate. If it doesn't roll speed, it's not worth even looking at. It's a nice innate plus 3 damage stats. That could be good. This avoided crit rate and speed. It looks like we're probably going to have some cells here. If that rolls into crit rate again, or a max roll into attack, could be nice. So it's got a crit damage innate for a legendary, so not that you really want to be re-apping slot 5. Slot 5 is kind of a crappy slot to re-app. That's just garbage. That's a really nice rune. I don't know why that's not on a monster. I must have taken that off for some reason. It's not bad either. 28 speed. Why is that not on somebody? So let's see if we've got anybody who's using a slot 5 blade rune who needs more speed. Well, he needs accuracy. Wow, I wonder if that would make her better. She's actually more crit rate than she needs. But she has pretty nice... What's her accuracy? Accuracy is at 75. So we could even sacrifice a little bit of accuracy here. And the HP will also help. So we're gonna take this rune off. She gains 28 speed, which is very nice. Losing 12% crit rate, a little bit of accuracy, a little bit of crit damage, and a little bit of HP. But I think that's a good trade. Now she's almost she's 191 speed, which is much better. Yeah, that's a good trade. So that's another thing to look at when you're going through your runes to try to get rid of them. See if you accidentally took a rune off somebody and it could be used somewhere. So that's a good find. So let's see how things rolled and try to get... Well, there's a triple crit rate roll. 21. That's awesome. That's a nice rune. So this is now double crit rate, speed, crit damage in 8, attack percent. That's a nice rune. We're hanging on to that. This rolled HP. We got plenty of runes in Blade, so we can be picky. And so if they're not rolling well, we don't need to keep them. This did not roll into what was needed, so that's gone. Crit damage and accuracy, so that's okay actually. That could turn into a really nice rune. So this actually ended up being a triple crit damage roll. So we avoided HP flat. We can grind in HP and we can change this into something else. So that's a usable rune. Double crit damage, but it only added 10% on 2 rolls. No innate. Yeah, even if that rolls speed twice, yeah, get rid of that. Speed, crit rate, crit damage. Maybe keep that around for a bit. This rolled resistance, which we don't need. Basically one roll into everything. That's hard to hold on to, but with an 8% innate, it's at least extra stats. Triple roll into defense, and that's still missing 5%, so it's not very efficient. No, that's not worth keeping. Crit rate and attack. That avoided crit rate. That's not what we needed. I got better speed than 12, so that's gone. Also avoided crit rate. I don't need something with 12 crit rate anymore. That avoided speed and a low roll into crit damage, so that's gone. That is a legend. So crit damage, legend, slot 4 blade rune. I'm not going to sell that. Someday maybe re-app, but we'll keep it around for now. Because it looks like we only have... That's our only legend crit damage. It's a crap rune, but maybe someday. Cut down the blades a bit. We're down to 771. If that rolls once into crit rate, we can keep after it, but otherwise that's gone. HP with no speed, no crit rate, crit damage. That's not worth keeping. Speed with... It's a legendary though. But you can see I've not had... Now I don't do a lot of farming of Necro on this account yet. So my runes are not... That's 19 speed. That basically didn't roll crit rate. So we're going to get rid of that one. It's a fat attack stat. Another one. Speed, HP. Even though it's 15 speed, it well, God, 22 speed. We definitely have some. This rolled into nothing. There's no innate, so I'm not gonna re-up that ever. That's gone. My rage runes are not nearly as good as my blade runes, so I need to be keeping more than what I normally would. Let's see how this rolled. We'll keep it around because sometimes I do find myself needing accuracy. That is not a good rune. 17 speed is nice, but wow. This does not have an innate 1 roll into crit rate. No, that's a sell. That's not worth keeping. So this needed to roll crit rate. It didn't, so that's gone. This needed to roll speed. It didn't. And this needed to roll something other than resistance. So, yeah. Alright. So we're down to 763 runes. And we're starting to run out of runes that are easy to get rid of. What we have left is Swift, Fatal, Violent, and Will. We're going to go into Will here. Now I know my Will runes lack speed in many cases. So we're going to be looking at, are we holding on to stuff that we really shouldn't? No, it's got 13 speed. Didn't roll speed, so that's gone. Attack, that did not roll speed again. Rolled resistance. So the speed is nice, but no. That avoided speed, which is the only thing we really wanted. Also avoided speed. That's gone. Resistance and a mid-roll into crit rate. It's a legend, so we'll keep it around. Double roll into crit damage. I don't think so. Accuracy 5. No, that's not. That has to be speed and crit rate. That can only be crit damage. So not very likely those go anywhere. That probably needs to be crit rate. Also crit rate. So most of my fatal runes already have, the ones that are already on my monsters have 12 plus crit rate. So if we're looking, and the only other thing we're looking for is speed. Okay, and we're back, and we're in the best shirt ever. And we are at 741 runes. So we need to keep going. I'd like to even get below a little bit below 700 if I could. So we went through some fatal. Really the only thing we have left, where we have big numbers, is violent and swift. We can check out despair a little bit. That's 15 speed. Despair, we're always looking for a lot of speed on despair. We use despair on strippers and well, mostly strippers and AoE attackers that aren't supposed to do a ton of damage. So we will see how a few of these roll. Runes we've been rolling. So we got a fatal. It's low crit rate. We need better than that. So that's actually well, only one roll into crit rate, but 2 into attack percent. That could be usable. That's not what you want to see. It's not a good rune. Maybe could have kept it as a re-app, but that's not good. We just want to, we're at the point where we just need to be selling things if they're not rolling into what we need them to roll into. So that rolled into crit rate and speed. It's not a great rune, but we'll keep it around for now. 16 speed. Speed, crit rate, and then we added resistance, which we can always gem out. Crit rate, speed, crit damage. Keep that around. We avoided speed there. My despair runes. Actually, that's not bad. If that rolls into crit rate again, could be good. It's not a double. Well, that does have a 6 speed innate. Couldn't. And this needed to be crit rate, so 13 speed doesn't help me. Unfortunately, that went into defense. It's not a very good rune, but we're limited on despair. Go back into manage. Okay, it's time to tackle. Let's go violent, and then we'll do swift for last, since we are chasing speed. 11 speed is not that exciting. So let's take a look at how the violent runes rolled. Avoided speed. And I don't need resistance on that rune, so that's gone. Double flat HP. Story of my life. This rolled once more into crit rate, so it's a decent bruiser rune. 2 rolls into crit rate. Let's see if we can get. Be nice if we can get a triple roll into crit rate. HP and crit damage. It's a max roll into crit damage. Let's try that one more time. Hate rolls into resistance on attack runes. Min roll into crit rate. I don't know. I've got better runes out there. It's just not a. It's a hero. It's not worth keeping. So crit rate, crit damage, and then attack flat. Try one more. It's not a great rune. I'm saying that a lot lately, aren't I? 15 speed. It's better than some. What did we get here? Resistance, speed, and flat HP. Speed and accuracy. No. Speed and crit damage. You generally don't need crit damage on an attack percent rune for slot 4. Defense. Well, it's double speed. 2 max rolls into speed and a 6. Okay, that's worth keeping. And double roll into speed here, 11 speed. we can power that up, see what we get. Flat attack. I'm sorry, flat defense. Is that rune even worth it if it rolls another 6 speed? Probably not. That's not a good rune. 16 speed, and then it goes into defense. Ugh. Another flat attack. Oh, sorry, flat HP. Well, it's an HP percent rune, so crit damage, double crit rate. Take that. It avoided flat defense. We'll take that. And that's garbage. Okay, so we are down to 729 runes, and what we have left are Swift. We have 99 of those. So it's a 5-star, but it has 19 speed and ungrinded, so we're keeping that rune. And it's Swift, so I don't need to really commentate on any of this. It's do we get speed or not? And then we're looking, shockingly, we're looking for speed there. We're looking for just high rolls there. Speed. Speed again. Can we get out of 99 Swift runes, can we get any triple rolls? We don't have very many legendaries in storage right now, so I'm not expecting to see I'm not expecting to see any quad rolls, but can we get a triple? Okay, we're at 724 runes. We need to get down to we need to get down to 700. See how the runes are looking. So, oh, it's terrible. Double flat attack. It's a legendary. Keep it around for now. One roll into speed. Ugh. Hey. One roll into resistance, but we got 21 speed on that. That's awesome. Very cool. Okay, here comes the Swift. Not into speed. Only once into speed. Avoided speed. One roll into speed. One roll. And we gained 9 crit rate, so a 5 and a 4. Yeah, that's not good enough. One roll into speed. One roll into speed. Well, looks like we got 3 rolls into crit damage, so that will keep. One roll into speed. One minimum roll into speed. That's one roll. It's not looking very good, folks. One roll into speed. God. A min roll into speed. These runes are not looking very good. Completely avoided speed. How did we get... So we only added 8. Oh, so that's a double roll into speed for 13. We're missing almost an entire speed roll, so that's gone. And then another one roll. Yeah, so... Okay, we got down to 709 runes. We got to get 700. So I'm trying to think if there's any other tricks. Let's go into Endure. I don't think we went there last time. 18. There's no crit rate there. So Endure is generally going to be support runes. And you want speed. Like there's a 23 speed. So that got 1 speed roll. It could be good if it rolls speed again. 17 speed. Take that. That did not roll well. I don't know. Yeah, that needed to roll speed. It didn't. That rolled speed. Funny how I'm getting all the speed rolls on my Endure runes. That's not good. Got a double crit damage roll there, so that's worth keeping. Flat HP got some. That's not worth it. Avoided speed. Went into flat HP, so that's out of there. 1 crit rate, 1 resistance. That's a legendary. We'll hang on to that. Crit rate and accuracy. 5 accuracy, 5 crit rate. It's got a crit damage innate, so we'll keep it. 1 roll. No, that's 2 rolls into crit rate. Nope. That's basically missing a roll. This needed to be speed. Well, got one more roll into speed. 14. Keep it around. This went one more into accuracy. Sometimes you need accuracy for some monsters, so. Okay, we're at 701 runes, so let's finish out these runes, and then we'll be, so it's one roll into everything, max accuracy, max HP, max speed. Maybe 3 max rolls, we'll hold on to it for a bit. This rolled into speed. That rolled into flat HP, and that's not really, those stats are all kind of all over the place, so we'll get rid of that one. So that is a triple roll into crit damage, and we can grind to both speed and defense, so that's a nice rune. Speed and crit rate. Probably keep that around. That's just a terrible rune. So we hit our target. 699 runes. Okay, so the question becomes, can we make anybody faster? And the ones we're just going to focus on in this video are Kabia, who I currently have at 303 speed, Ashir at 306 speed, Draco, who I just runed, who's horrible speed, but he's at 207, and then I've got Orion at 269, and then Clara at 284. So we want to see if we can get anyone better. Start with Clara. So we'll start with Ashir, because he is on Swift. So now we need to see speed. So he's already got 22, and that's probably an 18. Yeah, that's an 18. I don't think we saw anything that was better. Nope. Oh, there's a 19. And it has crit rate, attack, and resistance. It's not going to help him. So let's go to the next one. Oh, man. Got a 25 on here. I don't think there's any chance we've got. There's a 21, but it's resistance. Yeah, we don't. Another resistance. No. Not even close. Got a 26 there. I don't think we're going to beat out 26, because that's a 22 ungrinded. I don't recall getting any. No. Nothing there. 21 with a crit damage. But before we do that, let's just check this one. That's a 26. My God. That's only a 4. No. Yeah, it's not happening. So Ashir's as fast as he can get. Kabia is probably going to be similar. We can check on focus. I don't think there's anything there either. Well, there's a 20. And that's a 22 that is 18 grinded. So we could make Kabia faster and get her more accuracy. Less HP, but that's okay. She doesn't really need attack either. Let's power this up to plus 12. We'll come back to that. Let's just see here. 23 there. We're not beating that. We already looked at Swift. Means we might even gain some attack percent here. So let's see what we can do here. We actually have 3 legend grinds. Can we get a 25? Yes. So we got a 25. Let's throw some HP on there. 373, huh? All right, whatever. We'll give you... Attack's not that important to you. Let's use up a few of these blues. One more blue. If we don't get a 6, we'll go to the next. No. 6 or 7. There we go, 7. So now we can remove this one, add this in, and then we can also power this up to 15. And Kabia is now 306 speed, so she's tied with Ashir now as my fastest monster. Okay, so Ashir and Kabia are now tied. Let's see if Clara can be made better. So 20 there, 21, 25, 21, and 26. Not likely I can beat any of those. That's an 18 with only a 3. Well, let's check. Swift, crit damage, speed. 6, 4, 14, 7, 5, 5, and 16. Nope, not happening. It's a 25, and that's only a 2 grind. We could make Clara faster by just doing a better grind there. Think about that. And that's an 18. HP percent. No. So we could maybe make Clara faster with a better grind. Well, do we have a will? Slot 1 with better speed. Because that is a 16 ungrinded. We do not. Although, if this were to double roll in the speed, we will see. Okay, so Claire's probably as fast as we can get. Orion is on 17, 16, 16, 20, and that is... So I think there's some room for improvement here. Let's check Swift. 16, 4, 15, 15, 10, 15, 15, 12, 17. It doesn't really give him any other stats, though. So that's probably not going to change. Now we have him on accuracy with 16. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And we don't really have anything better there either. So we had 3 speed to Kabia. Now we could add some speed to Orion with grinds. So let's see, we've got 1 legend. Not sure. That's a hero. This is a legend. Let's see here. We've got 1 roll into resistance. Looks like 2 rolls into speed. No, is that 3 rolls into speed? Or maybe it was a minimum roll into accuracy. I don't know if it's not a good re-app candidate, slot 5. We could just throw some HP % on here. It's an 8. That's not bad. Let's see if we can get up to 15. Nice. And we'll just throw 1 of these on. And he gains, Orion's up 3 speed. Okay, so I took a risk and I re-apped a slot 1 that had a resistance innate. And I think, well, that's not something I'd really recommend doing. I had 11 re-apps. I just decided to do 1. And I got 17 speed, a roll into HP flat, and a roll into crit rate. But this is probably better because I'm never going to get grinds for that. So we're going to take this one off of them. Put this one on. Lose a tiny bit of attack, but we gain HP. And let's see. We do not have a speed grind. So we don't gain speed right now. But we will later. Throw a little more HP on them. And we really need to get some grinds for will runes. Grinds and gems, because that's I was thinking of just losing the crit rate and getting HP %. Wow. Okay, we need a lot of grinds. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some tips and tricks on how to lower your runes and also look at what stats you want on runes. Would love it if you could like and subscribe below. It would really help out the channel. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. And if you want to see videos on any topic, just feel free to leave me a comment. I'm open to trying different kinds of content. So appreciate you taking your time if you actually made it all the way to the end of this video. And we will talk to you later.